Where do you actually begin with the history of such a fabulously critically acclaimed film company?
If you've seen past episodes of this show, you've already got a sense that I started my creative life as kind of a one-man band. Yes, I had an incredibly game set of parents who were always willing to help out with an idea that needed an extra set of hands, or, in my mother's case, a body double. But mostly, I created things by myself, for myself. But as my skills improved in the vacuum of my childhood home, no, not that kind of vacuum, I began to realize that there was only so far I could go on my own, as I elaborate on in this incredibly bizarre self-interview I did when I was, 15?
I came to the conclusion that I'm gonna need someone else to make my movies better. Well, I've gotten up to this level, but in order to get to here, and then someday up to here, which is like Hollywood level, like to here, I need other people.
Now, setting aside my teenage hubris and my hilarious miscalculation that the journey to create a Hollywood production was a lot easier of a quest than just looking for a second person to help me out, I was onto something. Trying to do everything wasn't just an exhausting experience, especially as my standards rose. It was actually hurting the product. So, I opened the door and invited some folks in. Two people of note, Nathan Nagy and Steve Dix. Both were incredibly excited to create and to put as much energy and ambition as I had into making things. When I look back on the movies that I made with the both of them, I start to get a better sense of the next chapter of my story. Here's the takeaway. When I stopped trying to do everything myself, not only did my work become that much better, it became that much more fun. As a small business owner, you gotta wear so many hats. When you have the opportunity to put one of those hats on somebody else, everyone benefits. You know what else benefits? Your work. And frankly, the success of my business now is tied in with the fact that it's not my business, it's our business. My business and my partners, my wife, Crystal. So even if you're a solopreneur, bringing in other folks when you can to get some help or even just their 2 cents can make all the difference.
So, I started to make some projects with some other people. I thought, stop doing things alone.
I'm in the middle of my 5th month of complete self-employment. And one of the benefits and potential pitfalls is complete control over my schedule. Now, I do try to keep normal business hours, but for the most part, my schedule is my own and my time management is completely left up to me. I'm recording this on a Tuesday afternoon, which, growing up in the Anderson household, Tuesday afternoon had a magic allure that was less about the literal day on the calendar and more about this aspirational idea. When my dad was a young man, he was working an exhausting job in a cherry orchard, trying to figure out what he wanted to do with the rest of his life. He told my mom one day that, I want to be able to take a Tuesday afternoon off, what he thought was the most innocuous, random period of the week. Because if you could take a Tuesday afternoon off, you were in complete control of your schedule. So the lesson here is define what's most important for you in your career. For my father, it was flexibility, and he's been able to live that. Go out and find something that gives you the life that you want. Maybe allows you to take a Tuesday afternoon off. Cheers. Do I look crazy?
No, you look great.
Well, that's very sweet of you.
Yeah.
That's sweet of you because you're my wife.
I'm lying to you. You look like crap, son.
Oh, no. So here at Turtle Creek Stadium, we were shooting some brand new Hit Spitters promos video. We've already done a couple already.
Yeah.
And we were waiting until the staff arrived.
Not just the players are getting ready for the season, you have to get the entire staff ready for the season, and the staff, just as into it as the team would be.
Will you tell everybody what we spent the most time talking about getting into this?
Oh, the hot dogs?
The hot dogs?
Yeah, the hot dogs.
Specifically what you wanted the hot dog to do?
I want the hot dog to be like, do. And
Which, if anybody knows what that means,
you know when you see like a really hard jump shot, like a zoom in, that's like, dun, 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 dun. That's
but
what
like,
it is.
I love the sound effects.
It was a lot of fun though. We got to throw hot dogs onto the floor for, about 30 minutes?
And
Fun.
that we did not eat those hot dogs. The biggest hot dog fan. I may be the pancake boy, but I am also the hot dog man.
I'm a hot dog man.
I'm not a hot dog boy, I'm a hot dog man.
Hot dog man, friend.
We have fun. As a business owner, it's important to always be moving forward. And while that's incredibly important, what gets lost is focusing on where you've already made it. I have big dreams for what Pancake Boy can become. One of the things I'm hoping for is to get a studio, a real studio, where I can have a little team working out of it. But as I aspire to that, it's important for me to remember where I was just about a year ago. Pancake Boy was still a side hustle, and I was doing all of the pancake work out of a storage closet in my basement. I'm just about ready to get started. This is about to become Pancake Boy headquarters. We got a lot of great plans. So while I can aspire to what Pancake Boy will be like in the future, I think it's just as important to celebrate exactly where I am now, which is why I'm having ice cream. Remember this story about Bruce Springsteen adamantly maintaining that you have to celebrate every single success you've got. No matter how big, no matter how small, you need to mark it somehow. Even if it's as simple as getting yourself an ice cream cone.